If you're a man who says, I have a wife and we got married when she was a virgin and she doesn't vote and she obeys me absolutely and I'm the king of this household, then maybe you could have an opinion. But if you're going to sit there and go, oh, my wife has a past, but I love her anyway, then fucking shut the fuck up. And that's 99% of men. Bro, do you understand that about 3 times a week, I see a woman I've plowed get married on Instagram? Do you understand? I see it. I see the man walking down the aisle holding her hand, doing the whole humiliation ritual. I see the whole thing. He got on one knee. And I just watch it. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though.
No, but there is.
But why? Like,
because I know what happened that night.
People
so it is.
Well, aren't you under investigation for things like that?
Give a fuck. But the point is this. If that man's going to go, everyone has a past, then who is he to comment on anything else? Because her past was me, sir.
So are all of your girlfriends virgins before you?
Well, here's where you have to, as a man, do your best to find a woman, if you want to take her seriously, with as little history as possible, if that's the kind of thing that bothers you.
And does it bother you?
Well, it depends.
I mean, surely your best place to go then is high school.
Well, we have to be careful. I'm under investigation here. But it depends because there's different categories of women, right? Everything in life is actually fine if you keep everything in the right place. If you use a fork for forking and a spoon for spooning, everything's fine. It only gets confusing when you try and mix the two up. All men love whores. Men love whores.
We've got good technique.
Of course. Any man who sits there and says,
so you love whores then?
Any man who says he doesn't love whores is a fucking liar.
So you love whores?
Well, if I'm on a boat in Miami, I don't want
Would you prefer a blowjob with your teeth or the mouth? You need someone with experience.
Well, if you want girls who are just a good time, they're not going to be that emotionally invested. They're probably going to be sluts. If you're going to go to a party with 20 women, you want women who are just a good time. Good time women are hoes and men love hoes. But men want the dichotomy because we want our cake and eat it. We want a wife and we want hoes and we want both. It only gets confusing for a man when he puts them in the wrong category. What will happen is a man will meet a hoe, fall in love with her because he can't control himself, and then try and say, oh, no, she's wifey because he's in love with her. He's an idiot. But if you're me and you can sit and go, okay, that one's a good one. She's wifey. Those are the hoes. They're this. And you just keep everything in its right place. It's fine.
So Bonnie's a hoe.
So, yeah.
Here it comes. Yeah.
You didn't lie about anything there. It's all.
Well, this is a common theme. You'll sit there. He's like, look, it's like, look, you might not like what I'm saying, but where did I lie? Like, where am I wrong? And there's never an answer. He never says you're wrong because of X, Y, Z, ABC. It's just, I don't like the words that are coming out of your mouth. They're taboo. And I'm like, ooh, they're scary. But he asked this a couple of times throughout the rest of the podcast. He's like, just how am I wrong? Like, tell me where I've lied. And there's never any answer for that.
Yeah.
I don't want to insult Bonnie Blue.
You can't insult me.
I mean, you called her a hoe when I last talked to you.
No, I said she was a whore. And
I said, what's the difference between a hoe and a whore?
Well, there is a big difference.
Big difference. Hold on.
And whores are actually a much higher social standing than a hoe because hoes are fucking dumb and they do it for free.
So hoes are dumb.
Make money.
Whores make money.
I think she's
I didn't know that difference.
Well, now you do.
No, I
I always say people can call me a prostitute, slut, slag, whore, whatever. I don't care. Like, you just can't insult me. Like, I own it. Whatever word you want to call me, whether you say
it's not even insulting. It's just a factual description.
Yeah.
It's a factual description.
It turns me on.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's why she's so good at her job.
By the time you finish calling me a whore, I'm going to leave this chair with a wet patch.
Well, there you go. That's why she's so good at her job. I have that effect anyway. But
she's legit like on the Wikipedia page. If you search for whore, it should have like this part of the interview.
Here's an example of a whore.
Making here is any man who sits and goes, oh, I hate whores, I hate hoes. That's all a fucking lie. There's scenarios in which they're very welcome and very liked, but there's scenarios in which they're not. So everyone has their standing in life. Everyone has their place in life.
Yeah.
Bonnie, even I would argue, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but you can correct me. Bonnie will have sex with one man, or have sex with a certain type of man, or have sex with whoever, but she'd marry a different type of man. To marry someone is different than having sex with someone. You wouldn't just marry anyone, would you? You'd have to kind of like him.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be completely different. I generally have sex with anyone of legal age, but if I'm thinking of marriage, it's completely different.
Okay, so even in Bonnie's mind, there are people she treats a certain way and respects in a certain way, and there's people she has sex with without any emotional attachment. That's exactly how it is as a man. There's a woman you'll treat a certain way and have a certain amount of feeling for, and there's a woman you just fuck. That's it. So everything's actually fine. Men saying they hate whores and they hate all this, that's all a fucking lie. Men love whores in the right scenario. So you're asking me, my girlfriends, well, I mean, it depends. If you catch me on a boat, if you catch me on my yacht with 25 women, are they all virgins? Fuck no. But do I have children from some virgins? Yes.
If you ever host a virgin party, count me in.
How would you get into a virgin party?
Well, no, but I'd be there to take the virginities. I'm obsessed with it.
Why are you obsessed with taking boys' virginities?
Well, just like how Andrew likes 18-year-old.
Wait, okay. Careful now.
Sorry, should I go
I'm
younger?
Under investigation. What I have said.
Andrew, 18 is a legal age. I don't know what you class as legal.
No,
but
18 is legal. You're right.
Yeah.
But the reason actually, and it's interesting you said this, but the reason men prefer younger women is because they have less history. That's why. Yeah. The average 22-year-olds live less life than the average 30-year-old. That's why men prefer younger women in general. But sorry to interrupt you, but I'm just clarifying because everything gets clip farmed, and before you know it, I'm back in handcuffs.
So not 18, 19. But I'd happily take an 18-year-old on their birthday, like closer to 18. I just want them, to be young, innocent. I want to strip them from that. I want to
steal their innocence.
I want to watch their toes curl up as they come for the first time from a girl. Like, I love that. And I also think it's educational. So I'm obsessed with it.
How's it educational?
you think about sex education at school. It's from a middle-aged teacher that's not been laid. And they basically say you have sex or you're probably going to die from STD. There's no information. If anything, they should whip up one of my DVDs, put it on screen and show, look, that's how the dick enters the pussy. This is how you get a girl wet. There's none of that. So me having sex with them shows this is a woman's body. Yes, a woman's, Andrew, not trans. And
I don't think you're trans.
And
we'll come to that.
They don't know how to pleasure a girl. They've not touched a girl. They've just watched videos, online where they're slapping, these choking, these hair pulling. And then they go to do it on a woman or a girl for the first time. She's probably going to cry rape the next day.
Yeah, you're probably going to get a criminal charge of that. Probably get sued if that happens.
Probably need to talk about my experience there. But like with me, I love educating them. Like they've never fingered a girl before. They've never.
So you educate your guys when you sleep with them?
Not all the time. Some of them are in their 80s and their wife's dead. Like they've been having sex for years, but some of them are 18 and haven't lost their virginity. They haven't been having sex. So I love lying there and saying, look, do whatever you want to me, trial and error. And if anything, I'm protecting women because then the next girl they sleep with, they know how to choke properly. They know how to slap. They know how to fuck. They know how to pleasure her. And also I give them such a safe environment. Like, I mean, if you had an 18-year-old son, would you send him to me on his 18th birthday?
No.
Okay, so your son will probably lose his virginity after going to a club. He's probably been drinking, the girl might have done drugs. They then go back to some hotel or parents' house.
I don't think
whatever.
I'm raising him that way.
Okay, but regardless.
What about if he falls in love and loses his virginity to someone he loves?
And what if the world becomes a really happy place? It's unrealistic. When people lose their virginity, it's probably after a night.
So it's more realistic I send my son to you.
Yeah.
Who slept with 1,000.
Are you saying, Rob, that your children are going to do what you want?
On his 18th
Because they're independent people, Rob. No, they can make their own decisions, Rob. Don't come out with that crap.
Well, I think my kids are. You don't have kids, and I think my kids are older than your kids. So de facto, I think I've got a bit more experience in being a dad. Because everyone talks about how it is until their kids actually do disobey them, which they do. No, they won't.
Right, Rob, on your son's 18th birthday, I'll be stood on the driveway with a balloon and a happy birthday card. I'll take his virginity, but I'll take him to a safe, controlled environment. I'm not going to cry rape the next day. I'm STD tested. I can educate him on a body. So the next girl he sleeps with, because if that's the girl he falls in love with, she's going to want a good shag. She's going to want to be pleasured. She's want to walk away from him and go, fuck, that was good. Yeah, I want to see him again. I want to stay loyal to him because he was amazing in the bedroom.
Rob, you should do it.
Do you really believe this? Rob, okay, would you send your son to one 18 birthday?
I don't need to, but you need to.
I don't need to. Are you judging me, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm just saying that. Like,
Andrew, I do father and son as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, thanks. But
brother and brother?
No,
double penetration?
No way.
Well, you need to find out if I'm trans. I think you and your brother double penetration, then you'll know the truth.
God, you're not trans, and I knew you weren't trans. 100%.
Is that because you had multiple wanks?
No, it's just 100%.
Or is that because you left this at my last event? Oh, you don't want to touch it? I thought you might be thirsty. You want to rinse it for cum?
Bonnie, I knew you weren't trans. However,
yeah,
I would argue that a lot of the men who fuck you are gay.
No, it can be intimidating though for guys.
No, it's not about intimidation. They are gay.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Their dick is entering a pussy.
There's too much male DNA all around that scenario. The reason I find female promiscuity, by and large, from my personal sexual appetite.
All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.